All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. From Talladega, race 4 of the playoffs. Gil Guanc and Kevin Bruner on the front row. Jared Swaim, Mark Bruning on the second row. James Lacey and John Shermont on the third row. Ryan Warp and Gerald Thanos Poole on the fourth row. Tim St. Jean and Jerry Bergeron rounding out the top 10. Warren Moore starting in 11th next to Gene Watkinson in 12th. Mark Nelson at 13th. He will only be running one lap. Brandon Newby in 14th. Jeff Oakes in 15th. Derek Schilling in 16th. Jay Salmon starting in 18th. Kevin Hayes in 19th. And John Saunders rounding out the field. All the drivers rolling around on the pace lap around this 2.66 mile track, getting ready to go green. Hey, good evening, Blakey Poo. Blake Vican cheering on Ryan Warp, Brandon Newby, and happy birthday to Richie Joplin. I do believe it is Richie's 249th birthday of 2024. Mark Nelson and John Saunders did not take to the grid. Gerald Thanos Poole in the 9-car, new paint scheme to try and change his luck here in the playoffs. We'll see if it helps. Hayes' car is in. Remember, this is a long drive. The start-finish line almost into turn 1. They will fire on the green flag. And green flag is in the air. They are down and away at Talladega. Mark Nelson is rolling out of pit road. Mark Bruning tried to make a power move 3 wide into turn 1. They are 3 wide down the backstretch. We've got one dropping to the back of the field. That is Ryan Warp dropping to the back to play it safe here in the early going. Gil Guanc in the lead, Jared Swaim in second. Kevin Bruner currently in third, James Lacey in fourth, Mark Bruning in fifth. But at Talladega, every position could switch in one lap. Heck, they could switch every position on a single straightaway. Side by side, the top two single file. Everybody else is side by side. At the moment, Ryan Warp set the fastest lap so far last time by. He is hanging out at the tail end of the field. The drivers were talking earlier on, and we heard Kevin Bruner mention it, that the car does not seem to be drafting the same here tonight. It is hard to get up and push. They are 3 wide for the lead. Gil Guac, Mark Bruning. The 17 of Jared Swaim got stuck in the middle and loses several positions. Gil Guac up ahead, scored as the leader at the moment down the back straightaway. Mark Nelson has completed a lap. He has gone to pit road. The points leader just making sure he gets some points out of this. Jerry Bergeron led at the line there, 3 wide, right behind, 3 wide, 2 deep now. Gerald Poole in that new paint scheme here tonight, the 9 car. I was telling somebody before the race, he used to be the most dominant driver on these type of races, but the last year or so, it has not been his best runs. Tonight could turn, and holy cow! Caution is out. Gene Watkinson involved. First caution of the night. Kevin Hayes also involved. Both drivers towed it in. Looks like Gene may have gotten a little loose out of 4. Kevin Hayes right down there, just nowhere to go for Kevin. And it looked like Warren Moore also got stuck behind him. Looks like Warren Moore has minimal damage on the front of that 47 car. Remember, Home Motorsports does not have fast repairs. Kevin Bruner, John Shermotz, Tim St. Jean, Jeff Oakes, Jay Salmon, Brandon Newby, Ryan Warp all went to pit road. Mark Nelson out of the race, Kevin Hayes out of the race, Gene Watkinson out of the race. We knew Mark would be out early. But 3 cars out in the first 5 laps. All those drivers that went to pit road from 9th place on back, all of them took 4 tires and fuel. They cannot go the distance from here on that fuel load. But if this thing stays green flag, they can extend further than the cars ahead. The top 8 drivers stayed out. Jerry Bertrand, Gil Guac, Jared Swaim, Mark Bruning, James Lacey, Gerald Poole, Derek Schilling, and Warren Moore stayed out to get some track position. Should get 1 to green here. Jerry Bertrand leads them as they stack back up side by side for the restart. And you know what? It seems like the perfect time to get a little bit loud on the restart. When the pace car drops in, I will stop talking. You guys crank it up. We'll get loud. Jerry Bertrand in control on the restart. Through turns 3 and 4, remember everybody from 9th place, Kevin Bruner, on back is on fresh tires. Hayes' car is in the long, slow drive to to the green flag. Green flag is in the air. Crank it up, everybody. That is a beautiful noise, all that horsepower. The bottom line starting to gain some momentum. Jerry Bertrand and Jared Swaim have cleared the outside. James Lacey battling with Gil Guac on the high line. That high line will gain more speed as the drivers spend more time up there. Everybody settling in side by side for the moment. A lot of tracks we see these drivers go to. You hear them after the race. They are exhausted. It is a workout. Tracks like Martinsville wears them out physically, but tracks like Talladega and Daytona, they will wear you out mentally trying to time your run, find the best line at the right time to make the moves you want to make. Jared Swaim leads the high line and goes to the lead. He and Gil Guac now drop down to the bottom line. Mark Bruning has a lot of momentum up top. Swaim moves up, tries to block. Jared Swaim came in tonight second in points. He has an opportunity tonight to gain some ground on Mark Nelson. Came in tonight 36 points behind Mark. They will have a drop race, with Mark only turning one lap. Tonight could be his drop race. Ryan Warp still hanging out right at the back, right behind Brandon Newby. Warp dropped to the back. Newby did not qualify, started it back intentionally. Those two drivers at the back just trying to avoid the big one, along with John Sharmont, and now Bruner has dropped back. Kevin Bruner started on the front row. His original plan was to stay up front for the whole race. But that outside line moving the well. We are three wide up front. Derek Schilling goes for the lead, but gets too high. He is going to lose some ground. He found a gap right in front of Tim St. Jean. Drops back to 8th place. Gil Guac and Jared Swaim nose to tail out front. Gerald Poole has now moved to the high line as well. Jeff Oakes has now dropped back to the back as well. And let's take a lap around with Ryan Warp. You see, these cars are not planted at all. They are moving around without the driver moving the wheel. The turbulent air can move them around quite a bit. Those tires do not have very much grip either. And you see as they go off into the corner, this track is a bit bumpy. For the moment, everybody settling in, just riding along, waiting till they get down to those final 5 or 10 laps. Jared Swaim, Gil Guanc lead that ball. Swaim jumped to the high side to block the run by Bergeron. That was a gutsy move. Derek Schilling goes briefly 3 wide up the middle to get around Gerald Poole and move his way up. Swaim drops to the bottom and brings Bergeron with him. Meanwhile, Mark Bruning leads that outside lap, or outside line, but Derek Schilling jumps up high with Tim St. Jean. Derek and Tim don't appear to have the momentum to make the... Oh! Hold on to them, boys. They do. What a save. Wow. Keep an eye on Mark Bruning there in the middle. James Lacey comes up, gets into his nose. Schilling was sideways. Everybody holds on to him. Bruning lost a lot of ground. Man, that was a very close call for a lot of these drivers. Does not look like Lacey got any damage to his car. Bruning may very well have gotten the wall. Let's see if we can see if he has any damage. Looks like he may have a few scratches, but not terrible. He definitely needs the caution to fly. Derek Schilling still up there in the fight. His car completely sideways. He gathers it up and keeps going. Great save by Derek. Gerald Poole moves down to that bottom line as Kevin Bruner has worked his way back to the lead with the push from Tim St. Jean. Jared Swaim down on the bottom, and Bruner goes to the bottom. He will lead a lap. Whoa, Schilling a little bit squirrely into one. Most of the field back behind single file at the moment. We're keeping an eye on a couple of guys back here. Newbie, Ryan Warp, Jeff Oakes. Newbie and Warp intentionally dropped to the back early on. Shermont's moving up the track to catch the draft with Jeff Oakes. They're about to make a run up the high side. Looks like Ryan Warp going to the high side with them for the moment. Back across the start-finish line as we approach the halfway point. Once we hit that, in fact, in the next 2 to 3 laps, all the drivers will be within their fuel window. And we may start to see green flag stops. Worth noting, if you make a green flag stop here, you better have somebody go with you. You need that drafting help when you get back up on track. Mark Bruning about a half a lap back now after that awesome save. He is still hoping the caution flag flies. He was definitely fast, just needs an opportunity to get back into the lead pack. And we have got them coming in already. The back half, actually a mix of the field on pit road. That was unexpected. We weren't expecting it for a few more laps. Jared Swaim, Jerry Bergeron, Gerald Poole, Warren Moore, Derek Schilling, all in. Tim St. Jean now has the lead, followed by Bruner, Newby, Shermont. These are the drivers that came in on lap 6. They got 4 tires and fuel. And let's take a look. I just noticed something. That car directly ahead of Jeff Oaks is Jay Salmon. He's been getting a bit of bump drafting. Somebody's grill is imprinted on his rear bumper. All the drivers that completed pit stops are back out. Looks like Derek Schilling is in alone. Schilling had a problem on pit road. He had an extended pit stop. They are 3 wide up front. Jay Salmon on his way to the front, side by side with Tim St. Jean. And Jay Salmon will lead at the line with Jeff Oaks right behind. Remember, this group did pit under that first caution. They can extend their run. Jeff Oaks' engine is letting go. Jeff headed to pit road. His chance is over. There's Oaks right behind. Looked like the engine may have overheated. Heads off into 3 and 4. He was definitely right up on the bumper of Salmon. Was not ducking out for air. Did have some front end damage as well, likely contributing to the problem. Tim St. Jean out front leading that pack. These are the drivers that pitted under the first caution, the top 6 at the moment. And it looks like they're going to come by Warren Moore and put him a lap down. Jay Salmon, Ryan Warp, Brandon Newby, all on pit road this time. Just past the halfway mark. And here we go, the rest of the cars heading in. Tim St. Jean, John Shermont's, Kevin Bruner, the last 3 to pit. Worth reminding everybody tonight, right after the race, the convoy has already started, but the Unicorn will be live right after the race. Tonight, they will be trucking in Europe. And a week from now, on the 16th, the new ATS DLC content Arkansas is released. You can bet we will be driving it a lot that day. I also found that they put Siloam Springs in it, so everything close to us, we will go get pictures for you guys to compare eventually. Jerry Bergeron has the lead after pit stop, cycled through. Jared Swayman second. Gerald Poole to third. Gil Gualk in fourth. Ryan Warp now in fifth with the push from Newby in sixth. Tim St. Jean, Kevin Bruner seventh and eighth. It does appear, I've been monitoring, it does appear there is a glitch with Facebook right now, but we are live on Twitch. It is twitch.tv/suckatiRacing, and it does not appear Twitch having any issues. Tim St. Jean, Kevin Brunner have hooked up with Ryan Warp and Brandon Newby. Tim leads this group. They're about 6 seconds behind the lead pack. Derek Schilling currently in 13th, trying to stay ahead of the leader. But Gil Guant just ahead in the lead. Tim St. Jean leads that second pack, and they are closing the distance. The question is, with 25 laps to go, will they be able to get all the way there? Jerry Bergeron making a move for the lead on the high side push from Jared Swaim. And look who's lurking in the lead group, Gerald Thanos Poole. That lead pack starting to battle just a little bit. That is what this second group is looking for. They are now less than 5 seconds behind, and they are staying single file. Jay Salmon leads the third group with Warren Moore, John Shermotz, and James Lacey. Gil Guant continues to lead. And that second group is closing in faster and faster. Last time by, they were a half a second faster than the lead group. At that pace, they will catch the lead group. We may see a last lap 8-car battle for the win. Brandon Newby losing a little bit of ground on that second group. He has to stay fairly close. If he loses the draft, he will lose a ton of speed. Meanwhile, the lead group back single file. John Shermott's leading that third group. They are not gaining any ground on the cars ahead. Jay Salmon, Warren Moore, and James Lacey all there together. They are going to need a caution to get something done. Tim St. Jean and crew only 4 seconds behind. But last time by, the lead pack picked up the pace. The lead pack starting to battle again. Bergeron goes to the high side. Doesn't have any help, can't make the run. That allows Swaim to pull up into second place. Remember, Derek Schilling sits in 13th between the first and second place car. Gives that leader a little bit of a buffer. And anybody moving to the high side is going to have help. Bergeron tries again, can't get it done. Meanwhile, that little bit of battling helped that second group in a big way. They're now less than 3.5 seconds behind. They've gained a half a second in just 2 laps. Tim St. Jean and crew at least 0.3 of a second faster every lap than the lead group. That second group continuing to reel them in. Jerry Bergeron settled back into line. Gerald Thanos Poole has just been lurking there in the top 5 all night long. 15 laps to go. Tim St. Jean's group now just 3 1/4, 3 1/10 back from the lead pack. They are storming their way forward. Now less than 3 seconds back. The way these four have been working together to close the gap up, if they carry enough momentum when they catch that lead pack, they might be able to do a 4-car slingshot by the lead group. Guac having the advantage of Schilling, the lap car right behind him. Jared Swaim, Jerry Bergeron, and Gerald Poole will have to work together to get by those two. Or wait until this second group catches up. Which that second group for the first time lost ground on the last lap. Warren Moore has gone to pit road. That is unexpected. And here comes the rest of the field. The lead pack is in. They didn't have enough fuel. Tim St. Jean leads that second group by. They've got 6 laps, more fuel, but 12 laps to go. Now, do these four wait until 5, 6 to go, or do they come in around lap 8 to give themselves a little bit of a buffer? Here they come now. St. Jean is in. Newby, Bruner, Ryan Warp, all on pit road. Gerald Poole leads that first group off pit road. These were fuel-only stops. That third group now rolling off pit road as well. Warren Moore apparently got a speeding penalty when he went to pit road. He lost a ton of ground. Gerald Poole leads the 3-car pack with Jared Swaim and Jerry Bergeron. St. Jean, Kevin Bruner, Brandon Newby, and Ryan Warp coming up to speed. Warren Moore is back on pit road. Gil Guanc lost touch with the lead pack during that exchange. He is now back with the second pack in 8th place. And that lead pack, led now by Jared Swaim, currently has a 5.3 second lead. 10 laps to go. They're going to have to run down. That second group will have to run down more than half a second a lap consistently. That lead group, only 3 cars. The second group is 5. If they tighten it up, they can do it, but they're going to have to work closely. Warren Moore, after multiple problematic pit stops, is back out on track, currently scored in 13th. Derek Schilling has made his way to 12th. James Lacey in 11th, and Jay Salmon has dropped back into 10th. That second group with just 2 more cars is charging. They were 5 seconds back 2 laps ago. It is now less than 3 seconds, and they are closing rapidly. Last time by, they were over a second faster than the lead group. Eight laps to go. Tim St. Jean is definitely going to lead this group up to that lead pack, and we will have an 8-car battle for the win. Jared Swaim, Jerry Bergeron, Gerald Poole are watching their mirrors closely because Tim St. Jean only 1.5 seconds back. They were over a second faster again on the last lap. There is the gap. They are back in the fight. They will have the lap car of James Lacey to contend with as well. Lacey up on the high side at the moment. Tim's got a big head of steam. Does he go to the top? He does. The whole crew makes a run up on the high side. And Tim St. Jean just set the fastest lap of the race as he goes to the lead. Brandon Newby dropped to the bottom with the momentum. He'll take the lead. And now they're going 3 wide back behind. Whoa! Whoa! Ryan Warp got air. No caution, 5 to go. Let's see what happened. Looks like a large amount of net code. Ryan Warp didn't touch anybody, but when Bruner bounced off the wall, The system thought he banged into Warp and sent Warp to the air. What a heartbreak for Ryan Warp and Kevin Bruner both. Bruner has gone to pit road. Ryan Warp has retired. Brandon Newby, Jared Swaim, Tim St. Jean, Jerry Bergeron, Gil Guac, and Gerald Poole, the 6 cars still in contention. Kevin Bruner on pit road in 7th. John Shermont and Jay Salmon now take 7th and 8th as Bruner's positions continue to drop. Swaim has the lead again with the push from St. Jean. 3 laps to go. St. Jean drops to the bottom. He'll get the push from Guac. But now St. Jean has no help. Guac went back to the high side. He has the lead. Brandon Newby drops to the bottom. And now it's a drag race back to the start-finish line. Out of turn 4, a 6-car battle. Everybody side by side, nose to tail. And here we go. White flag is in the air one more time around Talladega. It is definitely a Talladega night. Now the question is, who's going to victory lane? Gil Guac in control. Jared Swaim on the high side. Drivers will wait till out of turn 4 if they have a run. Gerald Poole, Tim St. Jean, Jerry Bergeron moves up. It's a drag race to the line 3 wide. And it's gonna be there 4 wide. Gil Guac gets the win. Jared Swaim comes home in 2nd. Jerry Bergeron coming home in 3rd. Gerald Poole comes home in 4th. Tim St. Jean in 5th. And man, what a finish. Let's see if we can talk to some of that top 3, starting with Jerry Bergeron. Jerry, that was definitely a wild end to that race, but a great job coming home 3rd.
Yeah, it was pretty well. That finish, though, I think we were 4 wide, I guess.
Yeah, you guys were definitely 4 wide. In fact, I had to double check the numbers just to see who finished where.
I finished 3rd.
Well, man, that was a great finish. It was definitely an exciting race. It looked like a couple of times you might have pulled off the win tonight.
I was coming close. I know I led many laps, but we got good drivers in this league. So I mean, it's anybody's game.
Well, man, great job tonight. Congratulations, buddy.
All right, thanks a lot, Doug.
Jared Swain came home in second, is not available. I thought I saw Gil Guac a moment ago. But don't forget, folks, here in just a few minutes, the Unicorn will be trucking in Europe. You don't want to miss that, and let's talk to our winner. Gil, congratulations, buddy. Great win.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much. That was intense.
I imagine it was. When you came to the line, did you know you had it won? Because we honestly didn't.
No, you never can tell with those things because I don't have a real spotter, so I don't know. Fortunately, the guy that was pushing me did a great job, and that's what plate racing's all about, man. You got to have a good pusher.
Well, you definitely had a lot of great help tonight. A couple of points you were towards the back, and it looked like you might have been out of this thing, and you fought back when it counted, and great win.
Yeah, I overshot my pit. I thought I was out of it too, but yeah, things worked out. I picked up the second bunch, and we caught them.
Well, that was a great job. That second bunch had one heck of a run running them down. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Gil Guac gets the win at Talladega. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Our apologies for the glitches on Facebook. Don't forget, we will have the race on YouTube here shortly. And don't forget, the Unicorn will be trucking in just a few moments. Stick around. We'll see you soon. Have a great night, everybody.